The Valley Railway Series, Book 2, Valley Engines. Dear friends, in my last book, I told you all about how Smudger left Sodor to start his new life. I asked him if joining the Lower Valley Railway was easy. "They got used to me quick," said Smudger. "Everybody except Candy, anyway. She wanted nothing to do with me." He didn't tell me why, right there and then. "That would spoil the whole plot, wouldn't it?" he said with a wink. The author. Expectations. Smudger felt much better the next day. He was determined not to let any of the other engines let him feel down. "I'll work much harder today."
We'll see about that.
Once Smudger was steaming nicely, he began to shunt all of the trucks into different trains, ready for other engines to collect them. In a nearby shed, there were some coaches. Smudger quietly brought them to the nearby station platform. He wanted to take the train himself, but he knew he couldn't. This train was for Edward Mann to take. As he waited in the siding for Edward to arrive, he saw another engine appear on the line from the big railway. It was a small green tank engine who was attached to a long blue coach. Smudger was very surprised. He had never seen an engine like her before.
Hello there. You must be the little railway's new engine.
"Yes, I am. My name's Smudger."
Interesting name. My name's Naomi. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Naomi told Smudger all about the big railway. Takow had begun to build it, and by the time she arrived nearly 50 years ago, the railway had nearly stretched from one end of the island to the other.
Takow is a very hard worker, despite his age, and Hero's friendly too, and he works twice as hard as anyone.
"Who's Hero?"
He's a special engine built right here at our own works. He's an engineering marvel, they say. He works for the other railway, but our drivers all call him Master of the Railway.
Just then, a long black engine rushed by the station, whistling proudly. He was pulling a goods train longer than any train Smudger had ever seen before.
That was him. There's no other engine like him out there.
The signal dropped, and all of Naomi's passengers had gotten into the little coaches.
Whoop, it's time for me to go. Edward will be here to take them soon. It was a pleasure to meet you.
And she chuffed away. As she left, however, the station master appeared. He spoke to Smudger's driver.
It seems Edward's broken down and he can't take the train. I know you haven't gotten used to the line yet, but can you take it for him?
"I'll give it my best." Smudger was soon coupled to the train. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag, and then hopped into the guard's van as Smudger puffed away. He passed the mine where Candy was working the other day and sped on into the open country. Smudger smiled as he puffed faster down the line. He was being very careful not to ride rough. Pulling this train was too much fun, and he didn't want to ruin it now. Along the line were little houses. People came out and waved at him, and Smudger happily whistled back. At long last, Smudger arrived at the North Station. The passengers all thanked him for the lovely ride, and Smudger shunted the coaches into their siding. Exhausted but happy, Smudger rested by the platform. Next to him, much to his surprise, was Hero, waiting with a flatbed.
You must be Smudger. Your controller wants you to go to the works now and have your new buffers fitted.
Smudger was still tired, but he forced a grin.
Yeah, thanks. But can I take a quick break? That run wore me out.
Of course, I know just what you mean.
The sun was setting as Hero pulled Smudger to the works. The two engines chattered all the way there.
Hey, listen. I know you've only been here a little while longer than I have, but do you like it here?
I love it here. There's lots of track to stretch your wheels on, and plenty of work to do. Trust me, once you work here, you won't want to work anywhere else.
I hope so. Smudger looked up. He yawned as he watched the sun slowly sink over the horizon. And then, muttering quietly to himself, the gentle rocking of the flatbed lulled him to sleep.